worthwhile, and it will also be fun to learn this tool. Every semester, Department of Computer Science plans out a plethora of activities that are conducted as part of the special technology-based training programs, customized according to the requirements of the industry, with an aim to help the students improve and enhance their technical skills and boost their employability. I'm glad to inform that our final year students of BSc Honors Computer Science, Anushka and Karamjot, have taken up this challenge to impart the skill-based workshop, which is open to all the students of our college. We have 129 participants from across all the departments. The workshop will be completely hands-on and project-based. Now, before proceeding further, I take this opportunity to thank our principal ma'am, Professor Dr. Harpreet Kaur, for always encouraging us to take up new challenges and keep on doing innovative things in our department and also across all the departments in the college. I also offer my sincere gratitude to Dr. Kiranjit Sethi, the course coordinator of Computer Science Department, for her invaluable inputs and suggestions in designing the structure of the workshop. Now, let me introduce the peer mentors for this program. The first mentor is Anushka Purvar. Her areas of interest include graphics designing, animation, and coding. Her hobbies include painting and badminton. She's pursuing internship as a web developer at Hello Study Global. In the past, she has also worked as a graphic designing intern at the LexQuest Foundation. The second mentor is Karamjot Kaur. Her areas of interest include graphics designing, animation, and web development. Her hobbies are sketching and reading. I'm sure all of you will learn as well as enjoy the sessions conducted by both of these student mentors. Now, there are a few important guidelines for all the participants. Kindly note that all the participating students have to fill up an attendance cum feedback form that will be circulated on all days of the workshop towards the end of the session, and which it needs to be filled on the same day itself. Also, you have to timely submit the projects and the practical assignments as and when required according to the given guidelines. There would be an assessment exam once the workshop gets completed on 31st August. E-certificates will be awarded to only those students who attend 90% of the sessions and submit all the assignments and assessments on time. The schedule of the workshop has already been shared on the WhatsApp group along with the list of FAQs. In case you still have any doubts, you can always drop a message on the WhatsApp group. Our team will get back to you. So without wasting much time, I hand over the virtual mic to Anushka. Over to you, Anushka and Karamjot.
Hello, good evening, everyone. We warmly welcome to all of you to this peer mentorship program, in which we will be learning 3D animation using Blender. So, lights, camera, and animation. So, first of all, let's know what all we'll be learning. It's all about the animations which we'll be doing in Blender. We'll be adding a mesh, all modifiers, different viewports, shortcut keys, adding lights and camera to give it a real look, and how to render our animations or project. So now, now the first thing uh, we want you to do is please kindly install Blender, and the link has been provided in the chat box only. Anushka, please provide the link in the chat box. So you can all kindly start installing Blender on your PCs. The system requirements to install Blender is on your screen right now. And if you have any problem, please let us know.
Am I audible?
Yeah, Anushka, you are audible.
Okay, so Tanisha, would you like to volunteer to share a screen and show the installation process? Okay, so start sharing.
Ritika, would you like to volunteer for screen sharing?
Sure. Is it visible?
Yeah, it's visible.
I installed Blender from the link you provided.
Yes, Ritika. So
Should I install it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. I accepted the terms and conditions.
Everyone should carefully see the steps.
And please do not change any of the settings. Just let it by default and click next. Just simply see your desktop. You will be seeing an icon.
Yeah, installed.
Yeah, so guys, see it's Blender and
Should I stop sharing?
yeah,
Any doubts?
thank you. Yeah, thank you, Ritika. So anyone having any problem, please feel free to ask us, and you can also share your screen so that we can help you downloading the Blender right now. Or else please type Y in the chat box if you have successfully installed the Blender.
In case anybody faces issue, you can just raise your hand. We'll unmute you. And then you can ask.
Okay, so by the time everyone is installing, let me give you a brief description about what is Blender and what is it used for. So Blender is basically a free and open source 3D creation suite. It supports the entirety of modeling, rigging, animation, simulation, rendering, composting, and motion tracking, and even video editing and game creation. So our main focus will be on animations, and hope you enjoy the session. So without any further delay, let's begin with the basics of Blender. That how will be how the screen will be presented, what all you have to press, or how you can see and have a glance of about all the software. So hand over to you, Nishka.
Anushka, please unmute yourself. We can't hear you.
Is my screen visible?
Anushka, your voice is echo.
If you are connected from two devices, then mute one device.
Am I audible? Okay, so guys, I hope I'm audible now without any echo.
Yes.
Okay, so Jaya, have you installed your Blender or should I wait? Okay, so let's wait for Jaya as well.
Yeah, no problem, guys. We are waiting. Take your time.
Jaya, you can share your screen if you are having any problem. Yes, Shreya, we are waiting.
Guys, if any one of you uh, want to share your screen so that we can volunteer you for any help, kindly tell us. No problem. Can you share your screen, Gurleen? Yeah, sure. We are waiting.
Guys, we have sent the link in the WhatsApp group as well, so you can just download from there as well if you want to.
So yeah, guys, here you can see Tanisha just shared her screen. Simply double click on the link which says downloaded and click next. Just do not. I think Tanisha, you have already installed Blender before.
So you can click on remove to remove the previous version.
Yeah, just check it the terms and conditions agreement. Yeah, and click next. Next, install. Yeah. Now just wait. When it will be finished, an icon will appear on your desktop.
Guys, please write on the chat box and those who haven't installed it yet.
Those who have written in, you guys are having any problem or it's just in the process?
The Blender is installed.
Yeah.
I think most of the participants have downloaded and installed.
Guys, those who haven't installed it yet, we are waiting for the another 5 minutes more. Then if you have not installed it now, you can download it later. We'll be providing you the recordings of this session. Guys, you can see the recording on the YouTube channel as well. Guys, we are starting now. Those who haven't, you can do it later. Please let me know when my screen is visible.
Recording.
So guys,
Yes, the screen visible.
okay. So when you download the Blender, this is the default viewport that you are going to see. Please write Y on the chat box if you are able to. Tunisha, please let me know if everyone is able to see the screen.
Anushka, show them the Blender icon once on desktop.
Okay. Guys, you can see the icon here as well. Guys, let me know if you have opened the workspace. You just have to double click on the icon of the Blender and it will just open. This is the icon that I'm showing to you with the orange color. Guys, you can see the icon, right? You have to double click on this. And this screen will be visible to you. Okay, so I hope everyone is here till where I am. So let's start. Guys, you have to click on general. If you have not clicked on general, you can just simply click anywhere in the workspace. This is what you are going to see: a cube, a camera, and a light. Okay, so just let me give you a run through whatever is there on the screen. Tunisha, can you please confirm if I'm audible and my screen is visible to you?
Yeah, you are audible and screen is visible too.
Okay, so let's start. On the top left, there are few menu tabs you can see here, which you have seen earlier as well while using the other softwares like Paint. I hope you all must have used that. Okay, so first we have the File tab, in which you can create a new file. You can open an existing file. You can save your image or the animation as well from here. And please note that the extension for the Blender file is .blend, .blend. As for the docs file, it's docs, or for the ppt, it's .ppt. Same for Blender, it's .blend. You can import and export file from here as well, and you can click on quit to quit from the Blender software.
Anushka,
Yes.
and participants, please let me know if your screen is freezed or not. Guys, please write Y in the chat box if you can see the screen. Yeah, now it's visible, Anushka.
Okay, so guys, have you just note down the file tabs that we have that are available or not? Please write Y, and Karamjit, please confirm it to me.
Tab, all the file tabs.
Okay, I'll just repeat it once again. In the file tab, you can create a new file. You can open an existing file. You can save your file and import and export file as well, and quit from the Blender software. Next is the edit tab, where you can undo or redo. You must have know the meanings of this undo and redo. You have more options like menu search, batch rename, lock objects, and preferences as well. Third is the option of render. In render, you can render your image, animation. And this is the most important part when you have to download your files as PNG or your animation file in the videos format. In the Windows tab, we can open a new file, new main window, toggle your Windows full screen. You can just go to the next workspace or the previous workspace. And next is the help menu. You have options like the help manual. You can report a bug here as well. And please note that Blender is made using the Python script. I hope there are computer science students as well. So guys, you must have know what is Python as well. Okay, so now besides these options, we have some amazing workspaces that are available in Blender. First is the layout. It is a default workspace where we are going to work. You can see your workspace, or you can see the screen that I'm sharing. This is our default workspace that we are going to work on. Next is modeling. If you are doing side by side, so please click on the modeling tab to see what is there in modeling. It is used for the modification of geometry by modeling tools. Next is this sculpting tab for modification of meshes by sculpting tools. Next is the UV editing tab. Here we do the mapping of image texture coordinates to the 3D surfaces. Next is the texture paint. Here we have tools for coloring image textures in the 3D viewport. Next is the shading tab. Yeah, so here we have tools for specifying material properties for rendering. We are going to use this as well. Next is the animation tab. Here we are going to animate our object what we are going to make. The rendering tab is for viewing and analyzing the rendering results. In the composting tab, we combine and post-process of image rendering information. And in the scripting tab, you can just write the text or the Python script as well. You can use it as a Python console as well. Okay, so guys, I know it might look theoretical in the starting, but before getting with anything, we have to start from some theory part. Okay, so in the left sidebar, press T on your keyboard. Karamjot, please write on the chat box as well. Shortcut key T. When you click on the T, you can see that the left sidebar is okay. So guys, should I continue with that? Have you used the T shortcut key? So here are some of the options that are coming. First is the select box. Guys, you can see that there is a small arrow below the selection box. Please click on this and you can see 4 options coming. One is tweak, second is select box, third is select circle, and fourth is select lasso. I'm going to tell you the functions of all these when we'll do the practical part. Second one is the cursor. Cursor is the part that is present at the origin of our screen. You can see I'm annotating as well. It is present at the origin. Third option is the move part. You can use it to move the object in your 3D workspace. Next is the rotate.
Anushka, please repeat the annotate part.
Okay, so annotate is basically I'm using it to show the people. Okay, so annotate is used for highlighting some part, you can use that as a pencil, pen, whatever you want to. First is the annotate pencil, that is used to create any type of a line or curve that you want to. Second is annotate line. When you click on the one point to the another point, it will create a straight line. Also, you can change the color from here. Third is the annotate polygon. Whenever you click on a point, it will create a polygon for that sides or the vertices, we can say. Last is the annotate eraser, that is used to erase the annotation part. Okay, so I was here. From the top fourth option, we have a rotate. It is used for the rotation of the object. You can try it side by side. Next is the scaling part, that is used to scale your object. You can make it big or small. Okay, so this is the transformation part. Here we can rotate our object as well, drag it as well, that is move, or we can just scale, rotate and move. We can do all the three things that we were doing with the above three things. Annotate, I have already told you. Now the second last option is for measuring. You can measure the length of the line that you are creating. And this last option I'm going to tell you while we are going to do the practical part. Guys, please write bye on the chat box if you are here with me, or if you want to repeat anything, please write it on the chat box. Karamjot, please tell me.
Yeah, sure. We are glad that you are getting with everything, and I know it might be some theoretical today, but we wanted to teach you everything from scratch. So please. Yeah, thank you. Sushmita, annotate is nothing, but it is just to, like we are presenting the screen, we are just letting you know where the icons are, or it's not really important. When it will be required, we will let you know. Anushka, you can continue.
Okay, so on the right top, you can see that there is an object outliner. Whenever you create a new object, the object will be displayed here. Collections, you can see it, it is like a folder. So now in the outliner, you can see that we have a cube. So when you click on the cube, it will be shown with the orange highlight, as well as it will be shown here. It means that you have a cube on your workspace. Second is camera. When you click on camera, you can see that we have a camera. And third is our light. This is our light. Okay, so now listen it very carefully. The tools that I'm going to tell you that are very important, and we have to use them as well. In the bottom right side, we have properties panel. Here you can see the properties panel, that where my cursor is hovering on. First, we have an active tool. When you hover on this, you can see the name as well, active tool, and the workspace setting. it gives you the properties for the active tools. Right, currently I've selected the tweak, so it is showing me the tweak and its options. Second is the render properties. Karamjot, would you like to tell what is rendering?
Yeah, sure. So, guys, this is something really important. You should know about these properties, so please listen carefully. So, we were talking about rendering. Rendering is a process of turning a 3D scene to a 2D image. As you can see in your workspace, we have 3 axes and we'll be working in a 3D workspace. But when we see something on screen, it's in a 2D way. So, rendering is just the process of converting a 3D scene to a 2D image. And we can do it with different strengths we'll be seeing during the session.
Okay, so here are the render properties that you can see. Third is the output properties. It shows the output properties of render. We can set the size of our screen and the folder where you can just save your output file. Next is the view layer properties. This is the option that we are going to use it very less, or you can say that we are not going to use it now. Next is our scene properties. It is used to set up our unit and the camera. Okay, so guys, if you are doing side by side or if you are not doing, please see my screen. When I'm clicking on units, you can see that our unit system is metric by default. Guys, please note the default values or the... Okay, so for rotation, it's degrees. We can have radians as well. Mathematics or stats honor students might know well. Next is length. Meters is the default for the length. You can see the other options. We have micrometers, millimeters, centimeters, kilometers, and adaptive as well. For the mass, we use kilograms. We have tons, kilograms, grams, milligrams. And for the time, it's second, and for the temperature, it's Kelvin. So next is the world properties. Here you can set the background as a solid color, or you can say that you can add an image as well in your background. Next is object properties. Guys, this is going I'm going to tell you while we'll do the practical part. So till now you can just see we have location, rotation, and scale here. Okay, so next is the physics properties that we are going to use when we are going to make our project, and it is useful. Next is the object constraint properties. In object constraint properties, we have many things. And one more thing that is left behind, that we have a modifiers tab as well.
So guys, modifiers is something really important, and modifiers are automatic operations that affect an object's geometry in a non-destructive way. That is, we can give any shape, any texture or any surface, we can revolve around anything. We can make a cube from a sphere or everything that we want to do by simply with modifiers. These are really handy when we will be doing projects. We'll get to know about its important, and in Blender we have a various different number of modifiers which are really helpful.
Okay, so next is the object data properties. And next is material properties. Here we can just set the color to our 3D object. And the last is the texture properties. Here you can set the texture properties that you can give. So that's all about properties panel. If you have any questions, please write it in the chat box.
If you want anything to repeat. Guys, please type Y in the chat box if everything is clear. Okay, so Anushka, what is the function of particle property?
So
And we
basically,
need to repeat modifiers.
so particle properties are used when we are using when we are going to use the any particle on a cube. Basically, till now we are not going to use it as it is very much in depth. So we are not going to use it.
And Sushmita, modifier is nothing but, as its name suggests, we can modify things or objects on a workspace with the help of modifiers. And we have various different modifiers which will, when you will be seeing using them, you will know that they come very handy when you want to make something double, or you want to something to cut into half or anything. You can shape your object in whatever way you want with the help of modifiers. You'll be learning more about them in depth when we'll be starting with project. Yeah, it's really useful thing.
Should I continue, Karamji? Okay, so now at the bottom, we have an animation timeline. Guys, I'm dragging it above. You can also do it side by side. You can see the changes in my screen as well. This is the animation timeline that you are seeing it right here. The numbers represents the time in seconds. This is 1 second, this is 20 seconds. Wherever you click, you can just see the time. 70 seconds, 80 seconds. And here are some of the playback options. If you click on this, it will start running. It means that we have started a timeline and we are going to use it when we are going to animate our object. Also, you can start it by pressing spacebar on your keyboard. Guys, please try it. Press spacebar on your keyboard once. Okay, so I hope everyone has done this.
Yeah, Anushka, continue.
Okay, so next you
No,
can
one second. Sushmita, nothing will happen to cube. Only your timeline will, proceed in a horizontal way. We just haven't edited cube yet, so nothing will happen to cube as of now. Okay, Anushka, continue.
Okay. So next, you can customize the layout of your workspace as you like. If you want to, you can have more than one window in your Blender. Guys, please move your cursor towards the corner of your space, and you can see a plus kind of an arrow or a cursor. When you drag it towards the left, you can see another screen is coming out.
This feature comes handy when you want to, view your object from different angles or from different sides.
Not only you can have 2 screens, you can have 3, you can have 4 as well. Guys, please try it once.
Anushka, please repeat and just show them the plus sign once.
Okay, just a second. Guys, don't copy me right now, what I'm going to do. Just a second.
So she's just undoing what she had done. You guys, please.
Okay, so guys, in your workspace, please move to the corner. You can just even go to the top corner or the bottom corner of your screen. whenever the plus kind of a cursor will occur, just click on there and drag it towards the left of your screen. You can see this kind of a arrow and the other screen will come out. Likewise, you can just go to the corner that is present in between the two workspaces, and you can just drag out another screen from here. So now if you want to combine these workspaces again, that I have did it earlier as well, I am going to tell you once again. So come at the edge of both the workspaces. Suppose I have these two workspaces. Here is the edge. A two-headed arrow will occur. Press right click on your keyboard and click on join areas. When you click on join areas, a plus kind of arrow will occur, and click on the other side of the workspace, and these both will join.
Anushka,
Likewise,
is there any
Yeah.
any limit on opening different screens, or you can?
Guys, I have not tried it yet, but now we have many screens. Till now, you can just try it once.
And you won't be needing as much any screens. You know, it's you can also revolve around one screen only.
You can see in my screen that we can have multiple screens. Okay, so I'm going to tell you the joining process again. Just go to the edge of the two workspaces, right click on the keyboard and click on join areas. I hope everyone has done this.
I mean, wherever your screen has been divided, just right click on that portion and you will be getting an option of join areas. Just click on it once.
Okay, so I'm going to show it to you once again. Suppose we have these two workspaces. Please come on the edge of these two workspaces. You will have a two-headed arrow. Right click on this. You will have a 4 options. Click on the join areas. When you click on join areas, a plus headed arrow will occur, and click on the other workspace. When you click, these both will combine.
I hope it's clear now.
Infosys, तो वो उस टीम का member
Yeah,
था.
Anushka, continue.
Okay, so guys, now we are going to start with our shortcuts. Karamjot, would you like to tell about some shortcuts? Till then, I'm just opening a new workspace.
Yeah, sure. So guys, here are some shortcuts on your screen which are really useful when we'll be on hands-on project. Please go through them once, and no issues if you don't remember all of them now. As we'll proceed, gradually you will learn all of them. So, and about all these things written on it, don't worry, we'll explain everything.
Guys, I'm sharing a shortcut document on your WhatsApp. Please open it side by side while you are doing. And please let me know if I want to share the same link on this chat box as well.
It's a shortcut cheat sheet, and please save it if anywhere. It's really important.
Guys, just give me 2 minutes. I'm sharing the link in the both places, on the chat box as well as on the WhatsApp group. Karan, so till then, you can just tell about the shortcuts.
Yeah. So guys, first we have written Shift A. Whenever on your workspace, you will be clicking Shift plus a mesh will be added. A mesh is nothing but a shape. When you will be pressing Shift A, you can try it on. Various options will be provided, but the first one will be mesh. And when you go on the sub options of it, you will see various different options: cube, sphere, ecosphere, cylinder, even a monkey. So this means meshes or shapes. So as you can see, there are only few of them. Like we can have many of them, but we really use little of them. So this is where modifier also comes handy. You can shape anything from these provided meshes. I hope you all are able to add a mesh or add a cube on your workspaces. Please let me know, guys.
Guys, I've shared the link on the WhatsApp as well as the chat box.
Guys, are you able to add a cube on your workspace?
Okay, Shushmita, I'm going to share my screen and we are going to do the hands-on as well. No problem. Karanjot, you can stop sharing your screen. I've shared the document.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, guys, let's start from the fresh. First of all, this is our cube. Please confirm, Karamjot, if you are able to see my screen.
Yeah, you're visible. I mean, your screen is visible. Continue.
Guys, first of all, just see the shortcut key Control Plus that is used to maximize your workspace. Please try it with me.
Sushmita, we'll come to this mesh part once again. Just follow what is happening right now.
Guys, please click Control Plus on your on your keyboard to maximize your workspace. You can see on my screen as well, and please try it side by side. Control minus is used for minimizing your workspace. Please make it a habit for using this. And we have an alternative for this as well if you are not able to use these shortcut keys, Control Plus and Control minus. This is Control minus that I'm doing to minimize my screen, and Control Plus is used for maximizing our screen. Now I'm going to tell you the alternative for this. I'm using the annotate part to show you the option.
You don't have to annotate anything, just see the icon.
Yeah, just see the icon that I'm hovering on. Guys, this is the icon, a magnifying glass with a plus icon. Just click on this and don't leave your mouse and drag it towards the workspace. It will minimize your workspace, and drag it outwards. It will maximize your workspace. It will work same as your shortcut keys Control Plus and Control minus. You can see it on my screen as well, and you can try it side by side.
Guys, if you're able to do, please type Y in the chat box. Yeah, great. Anushka, you can head to another thing.
So now guys, click on the cube. You can see it with the highlighted orange color. Now we are going to use the grab. For the
Anushka,
grab,
please maximize your screen now so that others can see.
okay.
A little bit, yeah.
Guys, you can see the cube right now in my screen. So please use the grab shortcut key, that is G, on your keyboard to move your cube in your workspace. You can move it anywhere in your workspace. G is for grabbing, and you can grab your cube in your workspace anywhere. So guys, you must be thinking that how do I that there are two lines. First is the red line, and the other is the green line. Can anyone tell on the chat box what are these lines?
Yeah, X's, great.
Okay, so guys, you got it right. These are the axes. The green one you can see is the y-axis, and the other one is the red axis. Now you must be thinking that how I know that red one is the x-axis and y is the green axis. Here you can see a gizmos. This is called gizmos, where a direction is written on this. You can see x with red. This means that the red line is for the x-axis. The y is with the green color. So the green line is for the y-axis, and z is for blue. Z-axis I am going to tell you. Just wait for some few minutes. And guys, below this zooming option, we have a hand. You can move your workspace up and down using this, right or left. Okay, so I hope you all have done this. Next, suppose we have to move our object in the x-axis only, or on the y-axis, or on the z-axis only. So we are going to use the shortcut key G with the y. Now, when you click on y, you can see another green line coming on your screen. And you can now move your object on the green line only. That is y-axis, not anywhere else on the keyboard on your workspace.
Guys, please try this right now and let us know. Type Y in the chat box.
And please try it with the x-axis and z-axis as well. You will be able to see where is the z-axis. Try it with G. When I click on G and Z, you can see z-axis with the blue line, and you can move your cube in the z-axis only. That is perpendicular to the x and y-axis.
Sushmita, just press G and Y and then nothing else, and move your touchpad or your mouse anywhere. Your cube will move only in the particular direction.
Guys, if anyone is not able to do it, they can share their screen as well. This is G and Z. When I click on G and X, you can move it in the X direction only. Please try it once. You can also move it using this option that I've told you earlier. On the left sidebar, we have a move option, the top third option. You can click on this and you can move it anywhere in your workspace.
It is alternative for G, or I must say G is the shortcut for that option only. You can click that. You can click on your mesh, then on the option, the third option, or then X, Y, or Z, anything, or simply click on your mesh and then G or Z, G or X, anything. Tanushka, are you moving your screen right now?
No.
Okay.
So I hope you all have used this G grab option. Next, we are going to use our scale shortcut key. For scaling the cube, we are going to use the shortcut key S. Please press S on your keyboard.
And scaling is nothing but increasing or decreasing the size of the cube. And you guys now must be wondering, this is same as maximizing the screen. But no, in this time, at this time, the cube is maximizing or minimizing. And when we press Control plus or Control minus, the screen maximizes or minimizes, but the object remains as its same size. Are you guys following it up? And if you're able to do it, please press Y. Yeah, everyone is able to do it.
Okay, so guys, same as G that we were using it with X, Y, Z, we can use S also with the X, Y, Z. Please minimize your screen to see the changes. Karamjot, please mute yourself.
I'm muted only.
Okay, so
Sorry.
now press S on your keyboard and X. When you press S plus X, you will see that your object is scaling in the X-axis only. If anyone is not able to get the shortcut, please tell us on the chat box. Karamjot will write it on the chat box, or you can see the document as well for reference.
I have written S for scaling and then XX or SY or SZ.
Guys, currently I'm doing it for the X. You can try it for the Y-axis and the Z-axis as well.
Shagun, what do you want us to repeat? Scaling part? Okay, it's done. Okay. अनुष्का y और z का भी एक बार दिखा दो.
Okay, so now guys, I'm scaling for the y-axis, S and Y on the keyboard. You can see the changes on my screen, and please do it side by side as well. This is for the SY. Now I'm going to do it for the S for Z-axis. Let me minimize my screen a little bit. I hope you can see the changes in my screen as well.
Yeah, Anushka, continue now. I mean, proceed to other
This is-
thing.
Okay, so next shortcut key that we are going to use is for rotate. For rotating your 3D object, please press R on your keyboard. When you press R on your keyboard, you can see that your object will start rotating. And first, please select your object. You can rotate it anywhere in your workspace. And same as G and S.
When you select your object, it will appear in the orange highlighter, and then when you press any of the shortcuts, it will appear white. Then now it is in position of moving.
And same as you were doing it for X axis, Y axis, and Z axis, you can rotate it same in the same axis. Like for I'm rotating it in the Z axis, so it will rotate it only in the Z axis. This is RZ. When I press RX on my keyboard, it will, sorry, RX, yeah. So it will rotate along the X axis only, and when I click RY, it will rotate in the Y axis only. So guys, I hope you have done this till here, and you must have known what is grabbing, scaling, and rotating. If anyone have any queries, please write it in the chat box.
And I hope you all are enjoying this session.
Guys, I know today it's a bit theoretical part, but you have to know these basics first. Okay, so I'm continuing.
Shivani, it's G for grab, to move the object in space.
Okay, so I'm repeating the shortcuts again. For grabbing or moving your object on your workspace, press G on your keyboard. G is for grabbing. If you want to scale your 3D object, press S on your keyboard. S is for scaling, that is making your object big in size or small in size. And the third is the rotation, that is R. And if you want to do it on a particular axis, please press the same axis name with the shortcut keys RS or G, RX, RY, RZ. And guys, please use this gizmos. Gizmos is used for rotating or seeing your object from different views.
Anushka, let them know about the top view and side view.
Yeah, I'm just telling. Okay, so guys, move the X towards your Z. When you move X towards Z, you can see the bottom of your 3D object from the bottom view. This is the bottom view that we are currently seeing. You can see on the gizmos as well that my X is coming towards the Z axis. And when you bring it down, you can see the top view. bring your x-axis towards down. You can see the top view right now. Okay, so when you move x towards y, then you can see the right view of your object from the right side. You can see in my screen, and please try it side by side as well. That will help you know more. This is the right side. When I move it towards the opposite direction, it will show you the left view of the object.
Yes, miss.
Guys, please write Y on the chat box so that I can continue with the other shortcut keys.
Yes, Anushka, continue.
Okay. So guys, that I've told you that you can grab, scale or rotate. We have an other alternative for that. So guys, please press. Just a second. So yeah, we have this sidebar in a right side. Karamjot, please write the shortcut key on the chat box.
First, select your mesh on the workspace, like this cube is selected, it's in an orange highlighter, and then press N.
When you press N on your keyboard, you can see that sidebar is coming out and in. Okay, so the alternative is, for grabbing, you were pressing G to move. Instead, you can change the XY location of your object. You can, when you see the two-headed arrow, you can drag it towards the numbers. You can do this, or the other ways, you can just click on that and type the number that you want to. Suppose I've write it 10. So the location changed to 10 meter towards the x-axis. I've changed the location for the x-axis only. Likewise, when I change it for the y, it will move 10 meters from the origin to the y-axis, and same for the z. Guys, this is same as the shortcut key G, grabbing. And G shortcut key is much easier to use rather than changing the location manually. Next alternative is for rotation. We were using R for rotating our object. You can rotate our object from here as well. You can change the value of X, Y, or the Z axis. Next is the scaling part. We were using S shortcut key to scale our object. We can use this option here to scale our object. Guys, I hope that you all are able to do this. I can say that the shortcut keys are much easier to use rather than these values. Same you can see for the dimension part as well. You can change the X, Y, Z dimension for the cube. Guys, if you're done with this, please write Y on the chat box. If anyone have any queries or questions, please write it on the chat box. Or if you want me to repeat anything. Tunisha, please let me know.
Yeah, you can continue, Anushka.
Okay. So now we are going to delete our cube and we are going to add a new mesh. Guys, the mesh is same as object. Karanjot, would you like to explain what is mesh?
I already explained it, but let me repeat. Mesh is nothing but a shape. That it is another name for a shape. For example, this is a cube, this is a shape, and sphere is any shape or any other shape. It's called mesh in this Blender, and you can add it with the shortcut Shift A.
Yeah, that I'm going to tell you right now. Before that, we are going to delete this cube. For deleting, select your object. I'm maximizing my screen a bit so that you all can see. This is my cube. Press X on your keyboard. When you press X, you can see a delete option coming. You can click on delete and your cube is deleted. Or the alternative for that is select your cube, right click on this and go to the delete option present at the bottom of this menu. Click on this. Guys, on your screen you have two more things, a camera and a light. Please delete it as well using the right click and the shortcut key X. Guys, I hope you have deleted your object. Now we are going to add a new mesh, or I can say an object. So for adding a new object, press Shift A on your keyboard. When you press Shift A, you can see an option of mesh here. We are going to add a cube as a mesh, and you can see that we have a mesh present at the origin of our workspace. Okay, so I'm adding a sphere as well. Press Shift A again, mesh, and a UV sphere. When you add this UV sphere, you can see that it is coming inside the cube. So I've told you that to move your object in the workspace, press G on your keyboard and you can take it out from your cube anywhere on your screen. There is an alternative to add mesh or an object. Instead of pressing Shift A on your keyboard, you can go here. You can see the add option above the annotation that I am making. This is the add option. When you click here, you can add mesh here from here as well. Guys, try to add a monkey.
And let us know if you are able to do this. Please type Y on the chat box.
So guys, I have added 3 meshes or objects, a sphere, a monkey and a cube. You can see right there in a screen, or if you are doing side by side, you can get to know. Let me maximize my screen a bit. Okay, so I hope you all have added a mesh to your workspace. Okay, so I have a question for all of you guys. What is the shortcut key to select everything on your document, or when you just go on your desktop, you can select all the icons? Let me know in the chat box. Who will answer first? Okay, so many of
Okay,
you know
so-
that. That's great. Okay, so in Blender, we don't use control, we just press A on our keyboard. When you press A, you can see that everything has been selected. You can see with the orange highlight color, or you in the outliner, you can see that both of the 3 options are coming with blue. That means you have selected all of 3. Guys, don't use control, just press A on your keyboard. And now when you press G on your keyboard to grab object, you can see that you are moving all the objects together, as we have selected all the objects using the A shortcut key. Same, we can scale them together for the same size and rotate as well on our workspace.
If you guys are done, please let us know. Please type Y.
Okay, so I hope you all have done this. Now we are going to change the 3D cursor. Suppose if I want that on my monkey, there comes a torus above his head. So what I'm going to do, you can see currently that our objects are placing on the origin, as our cursor is present on the origin itself. So for changing the position of the cursor, go here on the left sidebar. You can see the top second option, cursor. Just click on this and click on the top of the monkey. I'm maximizing my screen a bit to show you all. So yeah, this is our cursor that I've added to the head of the monkey. Now try to add a torus, sphere or a cube. Okay, so when I'm adding the torus, you can see that it is present on the head of the monkey. I hope you all can see this and trying it side by side. Okay, great guys. Okay, so now we are going to the edit mode. First of all, let me tell you that we are currently working on our object mode. You can see here it is written that we are currently on the object mode. In the object mode, you can just add objects. You cannot change or transform them. For transforming them, you have to go to the edit mode. Press tab on your keyboard to switch to the edit mode. When you before switching, please select an object. Suppose I'm selecting a sphere on my workspace, then pressing tab. You can see This sphere is in edit mode right now.
So guys, it's edit mode is nothing but when you want to, simply work on the sphere, particularly changing its shape or size or anything. I mean, you can change size in object mode as well, but when you want to add details to it or anything to make it more different, so then you come in a tab, edit mode to work on a particular object.
Shivani, I'm repeating the cursor part again, once again. So Shivani, you can currently see that our cursor is currently placed at the head of the monkey. If you want to change your cursor, just click on here on the on the left sidebar, and suppose I want to add something below this monkey. So I'm going to add my cursor below this monkey. See, you can see the cursor right now that it is placed below this monkey. And now when I add a mesh, suppose I'm placing a cube, you can see that it is placed below this monkey. I hope it is clear now. Okay, so let's go to the edit mode now. Press on your sphere and go to the edit mode. You can alternative we have that you can just click on this drop down box and you can have an edit mode here, or you can press the tab key on your keyboard. So currently you can see that in my sphere we have some vertices. Guys, you can see it in the black color that these are the vertices. When you press 1 on your keyboard, guys, please press 1. 1 is used for only selecting the vertices. Now when you just see 1, you can select only vertices, not the faces or the edges. And I hope you all must know what is edges, vertices, and the faces. Let me know if any one of you don't know about that. Khushbu, for selecting the particular object, you just have to click on that object in the object mode and click tab. You can just select that object in the edit mode as well. It will be selected only. You don't have to do anything. For deselecting, you can click on anywhere on your workspace.
When an object is selected, it will appear in an orange outline.
Yeah, you can see that this whole sphere has been selected, so it is coming in orange highlighted color. Okay, so now press 2 on your keyboard to select only the edges, and now you can see the changes. The vertices have gone and only the edges are coming here. Now you can select the edges only, not the vertices, not the faces. For edges, press 2 on your keyboard. For vertices, press 1 on your keyboard. And the last option for selecting the faces is the shortcut key 3. When you press 3 on your keyboard, you will see that you are able to select the faces only.
Anushka, please explain this whole part of edges, vertices, and faces on cube. It will be more clear.
Okay, just a second. Okay, so I think you all can see my cube right now. I'm selecting this cube and going to the edit mode. You can see that When I come to the edit mode, the whole cube has been selected. To deselect it, press it anywhere on your workspace.
One second. One second, Anushka. Guys, when you are working on the sphere, you have to click on somewhere else, then go to object mode by pressing tab, and then select cube and come again to edit mode by pressing tab. I hope everyone is okay with it. Is there any confusion? Should we repeat?
Okay guys, so press 1 on your keyboard. When you press 1, you can see the vertices only. See, this is the vertex with the orange highlighted color. Here is the vertex. To select the edges of the cube, press 2 on your keyboard. When you press 2, you can only select the edges. You can see it with the white color. Now to select the faces. Currently you can't select the faces of the sphere. Press 3 on your keyboard and try to click on any of the face. You can see that the whole face has been selected, not only vertices or edges.
So Anushka, there is one question. In edit mode, we can only work on one object at a time.
Guys, if you want to work on the 2 objects, select 2 objects on your object mode and then you can work on that. Should I show it once or you can try it?
Yeah, show it then. Just press tab.
Okay guys, I'm showing you. 1 second.
So here she pressed tab and she's back in the object mode.
So for selecting 2 objects, first I've selected the cube. Press shift on your keyboard and select this another object. You can see that both of the objects are selected. And when I click on the tab mode, you can see that I can now change both of the objects, not only one, the sphere as well as the cube. Niharika, is it clear?
Niharika, please respond. Is it clear? Or anyone else having any questions?
Okay.
Yeah, it's clear. Okay.
Okay, so now I am selecting only one object so that there is no confusion. I'm selecting the sphere part only. Now we are going to use a shortcut key Control B. B is for ball. So it is used for bevel. Karamjot, would you like to tell what is bevel?
Yeah. Let me tell you about what is bevel. So, the bevel tool allows you to create rounded corners to geometry. As you can see, the cube is having the cornered vertex, है ना? So you can press Control B and use it the way Anushka will be teaching you right now, and you can soften your edges. A bevel is an effect that smooths out any edges or corners.
Okay, so or we can say that it is used to make the edges or vertices a bit curvy. So I'm going to use it one of the face. Press 3 on your keyboard and select a face on your sphere. When you select a single face, it will come in the orange highlighted color. Now press Control B on your keyboard and see what is happening. Guys, please try it. This is bevel, Control plus B.
Anushka, change the angle and show them.
Yeah, sure.
Guys, here you can see now the face was once flattened and now it is being changed.
Let me show it in the cube as well. When you come in the object mode, you can see that the face has been changed. And now I'm trying it on the cube as well. Okay, so I'm selecting a edge by pressing 2 on my keyboard and pressing Control B. You can see the shape of the cube is been changing. It is
So you can see the edge was selected and now it's no more the perpendicular to each other. These are being changed.
it's a bit curvy. When you change the shape, come in the edit object mode, you can see that the shape is not sharp right now. You'll get to know in the day 2, guys. So please don't ask that the vertices are not smoothened till now. We are going to tell you that.
It's because we haven't selected a vertex. No? You can try it on your own. Just select the vertex and press Ctrl B and see what happens.
You can try it on the torus, sphere, monkey, or the cube as well. Now the next shortcut key that I am going to use is the extrude.
Anushka, please repeat this bevel part.
Okay, so guys, bevel is used to make the edges or vertices a bit curvy, or we can say the faces as well. So suppose I'm using this face of this cube. Press 3 on your keyboard and select this face. When I press Ctrl B on my keyboard, you can see the changes.
Anushka, try this on a vertex so that I think everyone will be able to. Yeah. For vertex, please press 1, everyone. So guys, you see now, the one vertex has been curved. It has been softened now. It's not sharp anymore. Yeah, I hope it is clear. Please, if this bevel part is clear, please let us know. Please type Y in the chat box, everyone. Yes, Anushka, proceed further.
Okay, so guys, next shortcut key that I'm going to use is for duplicating the objects. If you want to duplicate an object, first come in the object mode, not in the edit mode, by pressing tab, or you can use the alternative. You can just click here in the object mode. For duplicating press Shift D on your keyboard. When you press Shift D on your keyboard, you will have a 4-headed arrow, and just try to move it. You can see that the same shape has been created. Guys, as I've already told you earlier that we have x-axis, y-axis, z-axis. So similarly, we can use it for the shift D as well for duplicating the objects in that axis. Suppose I want to duplicate my object in the x-axis. So I've pressed X, so it will just come in the x-axis only. And it will not change its direction towards the y. You can see that it is colliding the previous object. Similarly, if I want, suppose I'm just doing it for the sphere. If I press Shift D and press Z on my keyboard, it will duplicate my object on the Z axis, not on the X axis, not on the Y axis. Guys, please try it side by side. Okay guys, I hope you all have done this. So let me just come to the another shortcut key, that is extrude. Karamjot, will you like to tell about extrude?
Yeah, sure. Extrude, as the name suggests, it is meant to force out the surface. For example, you can shape a mesh, or you can extrude, or pull a surface outside along the perpendicular direction, in whichever way you will be pressing E. So it will forcefully extend that surface in whichever direction you want. Extrude just means to extend the surface.
Okay, so now let's do it practically so that you will get a more better idea. So select a sphere or a cube, that ever you want. I'm selecting a sphere and going in the tab mode, in the edit mode again by pressing the tab key on my keyboard. And the shortcut key for extruding is E. First, I'm doing it on the vertex. I've selected a single vertex. You can see it with the orange highlighted color. Now when I press E on my keyboard and try to move it upwards, you can see that the selected vertex have been extruded. I hope you all can see. You will have better idea when you will use it on a face. So second, I'm going to use it on an edge and then on the face. For edge, press 2 on your keyboard first, then press E on your keyboard. Don't use Control Alt, just press E on your keyboard. Guys, from the top view, you can see when a vertex, when an edge has been extruded. The below line is for the vertex when it was extruded, and the second is for the edge. Now third, I'm going to use it for the face part. So press 3 on your keyboard, select a face, press E on your keyboard and try to extrude it. You can not only extrude it outwards, you can do it all for inwards as well. Suppose I'm selecting this object and extruding it inwards. You can see a blank space has been created. And the
Just a second, Anushka. Just a second. For changing the view, what you can do is you can click on this gizmos part. Anushka, please highlight it with annotation or what?
Okay, just a second.
Yeah, so guys, you can see this is a gizmos, and you can click on any of the X, Y, Z, or minus X, minus Y, or minus Z, and move it across any way you want, and you'll see the view will be changing. And then you can see the how your objects are being extruded, or how it is being beveled or anything. You can always change your view. And please, when you should also try that customizing the window. You should also double your screen and see what you can see from one angle and from different. Yeah, okay. Continue, Anushka.
Okay, so guys, should I repeat the extruding part again, or you have got that?
Yeah, please tell us. Is the extruding part clear? Please type Y. Anushka, repeat it once.
Okay, ठीक है.
You guys have been clear with what extrude is, na? Extrude is just to extend any selected surface or any edge or any vertex. And then just simply select that anything you want to extrude and press E.
Okay, so I'm selecting this cube and pressing tab to go in the edit mode. And now I'm selecting a vertex. For selecting a vertex, press 1 on your keyboard. And now press E on your keyboard to extrude. You can see that the vertex has been extruded. I'm
Palak, I hope
annotating
it
it
is.
once.
Yeah.
This is the
Palak,
extruded vertex.
Palak, I hope it is clear now.
Next, for extruding the edges, you can press 2 on your keyboard and press E to extrude the vertex edges. Sorry.
Aditi, extrude is meant to extend it. You cannot extrude it inside. You can only extrude it outward. Or if you will be doing it, you cannot see that because it's a closed surface. You can try this on any open surface. When you will extrude it inward, you will be able to see what happens.
Guys, try it on a torus. You can see the inside extrude as well. Let me just complete with the cube part, then I'll just extrude it, use the extrude in the torus as well. For extruding the face of the cube, selecting the face and pressing E on my keyboard. You can see that the face of the cube has been extruded. To again extrude, you can press E again and you can extrude from that part only.
Yes, you have to remember this. Once you press E, you simply have to move your cursor and do not press anything in between. If you do so, your surface will be deselected. Then you have to again select and press E. Then it will be like, divided in these two surfaces. So you have to be careful. Do not press any other thing after pressing E. Simply
So
drag
now
your mouse.
I'm going to do it on a torus as well. So for adding a new mesh, press Shift A on your keyboard. So I'm adding a torus here. Similarly, I'm going to the edit mode. Now I'm going to tell you the both extrude inside and the outside part. I'm doing it on a face. When I click this face and press E on my keyboard, you can see that the extrude has been came outside. You have extruded the face. Now for doing it inwards, select a face and extrude it inside the torus. Guys, you can see the tail part of the torus, we can say.
View it from top view.
If you see it from the front side, you can see a hollow surface. See, this is the hollow part. And when you have extruded it behind that, so this is the behind extrude.
So you can see now that face has been extruded inside.
Guys, please try it once.
And let us know. Please type Y if you have done and understood this concept.
Okay, guys, so quickly tell me what is the shortcut key for grabbing. Quickly write it in the chat box. Jaya has told it first. Very nice, Jaya.
Yeah, great.
So Great, guys. So now we are left with last shortcut key that we are going to use it today. That is loop cut. Guys, before proceeding, I am deleting all the objects from my mesh so that it doesn't become more complex. So selecting A and pressing X on my keyboard to delete all the objects. Annotations will not go, so I'm erasing it. Guys, one shortcut key more. Press Shift C on your keyboard to move your cursor towards the origin. When you press Shift C, your cursor will come to the origin automatically. You don't have to do anything.
You guys must remember that when we have clicked on this cursor part, we have moved our cursor. So bringing back it to origin, we press Shift C. And by
Okay, so
default,
now-
our cursor is on origin only.
Okay, so now I'm going to add a new mesh. I'm adding a cube to show it very clearly. So Karamjot, would you like to tell about the loop cut?
Yeah, sure. Some things are better done practically, but let me just tell you about it. But when you'll do it, you will understand it more. So loop cut, this tool splits a loop of faces by inserting a new edge loops intersecting the chosen edge. This means that when you select two or more faces or anything, and when you apply this loop cut tool, it will be intersected. It will be divided in two or more portions. So Anushka,
So now let me tell it practically as well. So guys, select your cube, press tab on your keyboard to switch to the edit mode. Now to add a loop cut, we have a shortcut key Control R. When you press Control R, you can see a yellow line, or we can say a boundary type of line coming horizontally or vertically. So this is vertical and this is horizontal. So click on the face or wherever you want to. Suppose I'm clicking. So now I can move this cut anywhere on my cube, but it is horizontally, not vertically, as I've used the horizontal loop cut only. So you can see that now we have subdivided our cube into two parts. Before it was just a single plain face. Now it has two faces, the first face and the second face. Before, when you were extruding your cube, you were extruding the whole face, front face. But now you can extrude only a single, suppose, let me just show you. You can extrude the upper part only if you want to. Before you have to do it for the whole face.
loop cut basically divided your one cube into two, but it is still joined. It's not been deleted. It's just been divided in two parts. And whatever faces we have selected, if you select only one face, it will only be extracted one.
Okay, so now this was the horizontal loop cut. Now we are going to add the loop cut vertically as well. So press Ctrl R on your keyboard and you can see that the vertically yellow line is there. Now click on the surface and try to move it anywhere where you want this loop cut. So guys, you can see that I have subdivided my cube into some different loops, I can say, or the faces.
And guys, you have to be careful with this, like we did in extrude part. Once you click Ctrl R and your yellow line has occurred, you cannot click on any other thing. You just have to drag it or choose your position first and then move.
Guys, let me know if you have any queries. This was the last shortcut key that we have used.
For today, we'll be using many more in upcoming
Yeah.
sessions.
Please write Y on the chat box. And I have
This
a
is
task
something
for you all.
important, and this is something really important. Please try Control R both horizontally and vertically. Yeah, good to hear that. Great. Okay, Anushka. So we have some tasks for you guys so that you can be your first day don't go like just theoretical part. You can have something to show or to show off that we have done something. So we have a task for you.
Okay, so we have a small task. It can be just done in 4 to 5 minutes or less than that. So you
Just a
have to
second,
add,
Anushka.
yeah.
Just a second. For horizontal loop cut, just simply press Control R and move your cursor. It
Let
will
me show
simply
it once.
appear. Yeah, Anushka, show it. You have to press Control R and just simply drag your little cursor. You will get to know where your line of differentiation is appearing. For example, this is this now. When she'll slide her cursor, it will appear vertically.
See, when I've clicked on Control R, this is the horizontal loop cut and this is the vertical loop cut. If you want to add it horizontally, just click on the surface and try to move where you want to. Suppose I'm adding it here. So yes, this has been added. The loop has been added to the all these faces of that cube, or we can say the object.
Anushka, extrude one of the face to show them the difference.
Yeah, sure. Suppose I'm extruding this part only. Pressing E on my keyboard and extruding it. You can see
Now
the
you can
difference.
see only that part.
Guys, so I'm telling you the task for today. So you have to add 5 to 6 objects or meshes on your workspace. You have to use extrude and bevel. You can use inside extrude or bevel that you have to use. And in the 1 or 2 objects, not more than that. We just want to say that you are clear with that concept. And then you
Or
have to, yeah, sure. Karamjot.
or anything you want to do, you can simply press Shift D to duplicate your objects and let us know that you have understood everything we have done today. Anything you want to do, there's no the hard and core rule that you have to only add cube or anything. Whatever you want to do, you can do, and just send us the screenshots in the WhatsApp group itself.
And guys, I hope you all have know how to take this screenshot. I'm telling you the alternative for that as well. When you go to the window tab bar, menu tab, you can see a save a screenshot option here. When you click on this screenshot has already been taken. You have to select the drive, or you can just save it on your desktop document downloads folder, and you can send it on the WhatsApp group. And I'll be happy to see all of your creativity as well. You can add sphere, UV sphere, monkey.
So guys, I think the task, Anushka, repeat the task.
Yeah,
And
so
I
I'm
think there
repeating the task 1 again. You have to add 5 to 6 objects on your workspace. It can be sphere, monkey, anything, different meshes. You have to extrude. You have to use extrude and bevel on 1 or 2 objects. That's it. And you have to send the screenshot. To save your screenshot, you can just press Windows key and print screen on your keyboard, or the alternative for that, go to the Windows tab and click on save screenshot. Guys, please write Y on the chat box if it is clear to you. And please fill the feedback form The link has been
So,
provided in the chat box.
yeah, this is something really important. We'll be providing the feedback form once again, and in the WhatsApp group itself, you have to fill a feedback form daily before 8 p.m. And your attendance will be counted based on that feedback form only. And if you do not fill them, you won't be counted as attending participant. You have to fill them daily. We'll be providing it again before 8 p.m. only. And to get the certificate, a 90% attendance is must. So you better all fill the form, and we'll be really happy to receive your feedback. I hope you are clear with the attendance part, right? So the session ends here only. So I hope you really enjoyed the session, and this was really something about basics only. But as we'll head, you will know that it is really interesting to work on Blender. We'll be doing really interesting projects like animating various things, and you will be loving it. So we wish to see you again on 7th of August. But before ending the session, we would request all of you to please turn on your cameras so that we can have some live session pics. Yeah, Kritika, this feedback form is the attendance form only. You have to fill it, and you have to fill it every day on the day of your session. And it is a must, and you must fill it before 8 p.m. only.
Guys, please practice it.
Thank you.
Please send the screenshot as well on the group when you are done with the task.
And thank you so much for being with us. And we wish to see you on the next session as well. Please be on time and kindly submit your task. And hope you enjoyed the session. Yeah, Kritika will be sending in chat group, in WhatsApp chat group also, feedback form. Yeah, please fill the chat box. Yes, the recordings will be provided for the session on our official college official YouTube channel, Mata Sundari College for Women, and it will be available for 31st August till 31st August. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much.
Guys, and hope that you have find it interesting and
We were really happy to see the response from all of you. Thank you for cooperating. Glad you guys loved it, and upcoming sessions will be more interesting. You'll be making some amazing projects. Thank you, everyone. Please fill the feedback form.
So you can end the meeting now.
Okay, ma'am. Bye, guys. See you on the next session on 7th of August. And yes, the session will be from 5 to 7 only. Today was inaugural session. That's why it was from 4:15.